Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Legendary here, and today people I'm back with another deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the Fudo one. I am back in action. I have multiple decks already ready. Today, as you guys can see here in the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a Judai Yuki deck profile. It's going to be Elemental Hero focused, so it won't be Neos focused. It's going to be focused on his classic Elemental Heroes like Elemental Hero, Flame Wingman, Thunder Giant, all those guys, and just all the different upgraded cards. We have a lot of cards that help out with that strategy as well. The Neos one is still a bit stronger, but this is just for fun. I can't wait to show you guys this. I also got this awesome, cool new Elemental Hero deck box, which was awesome. I got this from the mall. I was surprised to see it, but this is really gorgeous right there. You see right there. Oh, sorry, that's Flame Wingman. There's the hero signal and all that. Oh, so good. I love this. Anyway, that's going to be the deck profile for today. It's going to be Judai Yuki, and then I'm going to be bulk recording today. I have 2 days off of work, so I'm going to be bulk recording a bunch of deck profiles. I have Astral's deck coming up next. Well, it might be, I don't know which order I'm going to do it in, but I have Astral's deck prepared that I'm going to record after this. I have an upgraded Shark deck, and I also have an upgraded Gongenzika deck, and, Supreme King is going to come soon as well. And also, I'm trying to think who else. Whatever, I have some other ones planned, but yeah, so be prepared to see some deck profiles. I'm going to be editing a lot today. So anyway, let's hop into the deck profile. Alright, so like I said, it's going to be Elemental Hero focused, so that's what we're going to hop into with this. So we have one copy of Elemental Hero Avion, we have Elemental Hero Burstinatrix, we have Clayman, we have Sparkman, we have Bubbleman, we have Wildheart, we have Liquid Soldier, we have Elemental Hero Prisma, we have Neos Alias, we have Necro Shade, right? All the classic heroes. We got Blade Edge right there. We don't get to see him too often in a lot of my deck profiles. I don't get to use him as often, but we will in this one. We have Elemental Hero Neos. I added only a teeny bit of Neos support because some of the Neos support does work well with the Elemental Hero stuff, but it's not a lot. It's just a sprinkle just for consistency. So I did add Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos. This is important to have in the deck. One, he's a very good hand trap that allows, saves your butt, and he also searches for any spell trap card in your deck that mentions an Elemental Hero's name, and you can add it to your hand. So it can come in handy for any spell trap card that mentions like Avion, Burstinatrix, or whatever, stuff like that. There's not too many of those in here. There's other versions of how to build this deck as well, with some of his other specific Elemental Hero support cards. Some of the really old ones, Spark Blaster, Bubble Blaster, and all that other stuff. I might try to build a fun build of that in the future, so if you want to see that, let me know. But yeah, so this card is just very good, very defensive. Allows me to pop out Neos, obviously, and just get the deck going, and I just love that card so much. And then we have Honest Neos. It works with all hero monsters, so he'll be able to boost up a lot of his weaker Elemental Hero monsters with Honest Neos, and get a win. Then I only added 2 Neos Spatial monsters. Like I said, this is not Neos focused, but I just added this in here because in the extra deck, I added only 2 Neos Fusion monsters, the ones that I thought, were really good, which is going to be Nebula Neos and Neos Knight. You could also, pop in Grand Neos as well, or Dark Neos and all that. But I just added these 2 so I could summon that one fusion monster because it's a very good card. But if you guys just want it to be pure, authentic Elemental Hero, you can just take it out and add whatever else you feel would be good. Next up, we have Cross Porter. Very good card. This is support for both, Neos and Elemental Hero. So you can discard this card to special summon a Elemental Hero monster from your hand. Or graveyard as well, so you could use this for Blade Edge and any of the other stuff. And then we have Rockwaller right here as well. And then finally, we have Winged Karibo level 6. Finally just got this card in the mail, so I'm happy to have this in the deck. This is really cool and fun because I don't get to use Winged Karibo as often in the deck in general, the original, because he just doesn't do much for the deck. He doesn't really work consistently with the deck in any way. So having this new version, which you can summon very easily by banishing Winged Karibo, or by banishing any Elemental Hero Fusion monster, which is really easy to do in this deck. He has, you could spam out fusions like crazy with this deck, so it won't be too hard to summon this thing. It has a very powerful quick effect. This card is awesome. I really love it. Its effect is really good. It just it has a quick effect on attack declaration that you can just, when your opponent activates a monster's effect, you could you know, tribute this card in order to destroy that monster and then inflict damage equal to its attack. So it's a quick effect pop and burn, which is good. It doesn't negate the effect, but it does quick effect pop and burn, and that can, you know, make all the difference in you know getting the OTK. But yeah, so Winkaribo level 6, very good. It works with all the elemental hero fusions because you can banish one of them to summon it. It's really cool, and I just love the artwork representing his favorite monster, Flame Wingman. This is so cute. I love it. But yeah, super cool, Konami. Good job making Winkaribo level 6. Very fun, cute card. Alright, next up we got the spell cards. So for the spell cards, I'm using the alternate artwork of Polymerization. This card did not come out yet in the TCG, so I had to print it out. So I have 2 copies of Polymerization with the alternate art with Burstinatrix and Avion being fused together. This is a nice little reference to the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, where they had the alternate version of Polymerization for the dubbed, and they kind of did a fun little retrain of this, which is really cool. I love this. So we got the hero version of Polymerization. It's still just a regular poly, obviously. It's just an alternate art. Then we have Miracle Fusion, we have Super Poly, we have Emergency Call, we have Generation Next, we have Favorite Hero, we have Fifth Hope, we have Engaged Neospace. Like I said, I have some Neo support. This is really good because, and this is another reason why I added the Neospatian, 2 Neospatians in there, because this card says you can send a Neospatian and an elemental hero, one from your hand and one from your deck, to the graveyard, and then you can special summon any level 5 or higher elemental hero monster from your deck, and if I do, then I can add poly. So this card just gives so much advantage to the deck, which is the reason why I added the Neospatians, because if anything, it's just, you know, fodder that I could send with this card. So I could special summon Spirit of Neos. Spirit of Neos will search a card, and then I get to also search poly with this other effect, which is really good. So it just gives so much searching advantage, so I had to add it. I had to add it. It was so good. I love that card. It's one of my favorite Neo support cards. Then we have Ian Shuffle. Right there, you could just swap out any of your elemental hero Neospatians to bring out an elemental hero that you want from the deck. Very simple. Then we got Ian Wave. It's gonna come in handy when you're fusion summoning a lot, and then you can special summon, you know, other monsters. Then we have Instant Contact. I'm debating about taking this card out because I don't want it to be too easy to summon, like Shining Neos Wingman, but whatever. We have this here, Instant Contact. You can summon any level 7 or lower elemental hero monster from your extra deck by paying 1,000 life points, which is good. So you could bring out Flame Wingman, and then you could summon Shining Flare Wingman a lot easier, or just Shining Flare Neos Wingman, whatever his name is. Then we have Overfusion. This is going to be helpful. This is what's going to help you use your Super Poly, right? Because Super Poly, you can take your opponent's monsters to fuse with, but Jaden doesn't really have a lot of targets to go for that. So Overfusion will allow you to target one of your opponent's monsters and change the name of that monster to a material that you need, and then you can use Super Poly, obviously, to fuse with it. So it's very handy for that. So that's why I have that with Super Poly in there. Oh. Next up, we have Skyscraper, the field spell, and then we have the Warrior Returning Alive, and then we have Monster Reborn. So those are the spell cards for Judai right there. For the traps, not a lot of traps. We got Hero Signal, we got Hero Counterattack. I just wanted to focus on, you know, some fun hero cards. It's not meant to be super aggressive. And then we have Favorite Contact, very powerful trap card. This card is not just used for, you know, the Contact Neos fusions. This is also used for any elemental hero fusion monster. So I could bring out any one of his elemental hero fusion monsters with this because it ignores summoning conditions. So this is helpful not just for Neos, but also for the elemental hero. So that's why I have to add it in there. And then we have Call of the Haunted and a Hero Emerges. And that's pretty much it right there. I'll show you guys the extra deck. For the extra deck, obviously, we have the one, the only classic Flame Wingman, his original favorite monster, his ace. And then we have Elemental Hero, Flame Wingman, Infernal Rage, very powerful card. Allows you to add a favorite card to your hand. And then you contribute this to summon, you know, one of your level 7 or lower hero monsters from your extra deck. So that's really awesome. So he's just such a good card, and he's a lot easier to summon as well. And then we have Shining Flare Wingman, and then we have Elemental Hero Shining Neos Wingman. Very powerful card, pops multiple cards on the field, gains a bunch of attack points, can be destroyed by card effects, and yeah, he's just so good. And then he, you know, does the Shining Flare Wingman, you know, where he kills something and he burns. So he's just so good. I love this card. Very powerful. Such a good Jaden support card. I love that it's a fusion with Elemental Hero Neos and Shining Neos. Shining Flare Wingman, which is so cool. I just love that. Then we have Thunder Giant, one of the classic elemental heroes. We have Dark Bright. We have Necroid Shaman. We have Wild Edge. We have Plasma Vice. We have Electrum. We have Elemental Hero Grand Merge. We have Sunrise right there, very powerful. Have to add that. And then we also have Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. I'm not a huge fan of this card. I feel like this should have been a spell or a trap or something like that, but they made it into a fusion, which is kind of cool, but whatever. This is a very powerful card though. It can get OTKs very easily, and it can burn too. It just does a lot of stuff. It's very good. It's very good for OTKs. It's a very powerful fusion. And then the last two I added Neos Knight in there because Neos confused with a lot of the warriors to summon Neos Knight. And then we have Nebula Neos, like I said, because I added 2 Neospacians for Engage Neospace. I added the 2 monsters that would help me get into this, which is Dark Panther and Grand Mole. And this is a very powerful card. Comes onto the field, you draw a bunch of cards. Depending on how many cards your opponent has on the field, you can negate a monster effect on the field. And then if he's removed from the field by his own effect, he just banishes everything face down, which is so powerful. So that's why I added that. But like I said, it's mostly elemental hero focused, so I didn't really care too much about adding Neos fusions, but feel free to change it however you like. Next, for the side deck, you can add whatever you want to the side deck. You can change the deck however you guys want. You don't have to build it how I built it. Just build it however you like, however you feel the most comfortable, whatever's the most fun for you. For the side deck, I have Fusion Recovery, I have Hero Mask, I have Battle Fusion, I have I have Skydive Scorcher for some burn with Flame Wingman and stuff. We have Hero City, we have Magistry Alchemy, we have Elemental Recharge and Hero Blast, and then the fusions is just the other fusions that that I didn't add into the main deck because you can only have 15. Like in Master doing stuff, so add whichever ones you want to have fun with, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Like I said, change the side deck however you want. There's a lot of elemental hero support cards that Jaden has in the anime, so feel free to change it however you like. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be how I built it. I don't really care. Just build it however you think would be best. And then finally, these are 3 other cards that haven't come out yet in the TCG, but they did in the OCG, and they're coming out very soon. I don't know how soon, but hopefully they're coming out soon. We have Double Fusion right here. This is a printout, obviously. It allows you to fusion summon twice in the same turn, so very good. That's a Jaden card right there. Then we have Soul Union, another another card that gives you your elemental heroes a power boost, and they added a secondary effect on this card. It says that you can, if there's an elemental hero normal monster is on the field or in the graveyard, you can fusion summon 1 elemental hero fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing materials from your graveyard. So it acts as another fusion card. So they added that extra bonus fusion effect, which is cool. Very good. They could have just copied it the same as it was in the anime with the attack boost, but instead they decided to also give it a extra fusion summon, which makes sense with the deck. And then we have Heroes Row 1-5 Freedoms. They also added, some elemental hero effect type thing in here that wasn't in the anime. Its effect is target up to 5 cards in any graveyards, banish them. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish this card and target one of your banished elemental hero monsters, special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. So very good. So if you banish some of your fusions that can't be special summoned again, bam, you could ignore summoning condition and use this thing and banish 5 cards from either graveyards, which would come in handy, to be honest, especially against like Yusei or any graveyard heavy kind of decks. And that's pretty much it right there. That is the deck profile for Judai Yuki Elemental Hero Turbo. Feel free to change it however you like. If I didn't add something, just add it yourself. Have fun with it. This is just a fun build. I haven't tested it out too much just yet, but I know it's going to be very good and very fun. I don't know how strong. I don't think it's going to be stronger than the Neos build or than the mixed build. But I think it's still going to be very good, and just a lot of new support cards that came out that just helped this deck be really fun and very strong. Also, sorry, I forgot one other card that's about to come out soon. I think in the OCG or in the TCG is going to come out eventually, is Elemental Hero Thunder Giant Voltic Thunder, just like they did with Flame Wingman. They did the exact same concept with Thunder Giant. It's a pretty cool card. You can use 2 elemental hero monsters with different attributes to fusion summon this thing, and then if this card is special summon and your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can destroy all other cards on the field, so it just bombs everything if your opponent just has more cards. And then you contribute this card that was fusion summoned using a normal monster as material to target 1 elemental hero monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So this is another card that's going to come out relatively soon. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, God bless you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, gotcha. Peace.